everybody, it's Bernie Wall here from IELTS Learning Tips, and in today's video, which is very short, I just want to remind you of the importance of making sure that you get your practice organised and that you also try and get some support, certainly for parts of it, if not all of it. So if you want to connect with me in other places, you can sign up to my website, IELTSlearningtips.com, and also join my Facebook group, which you find the link for below this video. So I would love to see you there. And certainly in the Facebook group, we share these videos, but also other Facebook Lives and other things there that might be useful to you. And there are free resources available also on my website. So let's think a little bit about making sure that you practice so that you don't miss your score when you get to the exam. And this is a phrase that I hear a lot and see a lot, particularly on social media, people announcing that they got their IELTS bands, which is all very good. But the thing that surprises me is this word finally. So what does that mean when you say finally? Because it suggests to me that finally is after a lot of tries. So my question immediately is, well, how many times did they take it? Now, I've spoken to students who've taken it as many as 25, 30 times. I've also worked with students who've taken it 4 and 5 times, and one student who took it 12 times. And, you know, this is a lot of time wasted trying to get your IELTS. And for some people, there are knock-on effects, like sometimes as you get older, especially if you're looking for immigration, that means that the number of points you need goes up. Sometimes it's more difficult then to get onto the courses, and there are lots of other issues around the fact that the IELTS takes time to get. So what I mean by this is that I think a lot of students use the exam as their way of practicing the exam. So instead of studying for it, they just keep taking the exam. And it is not a very good methodology because it will take you lots and lots of times of taking before you get all your scores in a row. So what's your plan? If you're taking the test 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, what's the plan? Clearly there isn't a plan, and it's just far too random. And how many times should you take it? And how many times should you plan to take it? And finally, how long is it going to take to get the score that you want? And that's the real key thing, because this seems to me that it's going to waste not only a lot of money, but also a lot of time. And the money possibly you can recoup at some stage, but the time you never will. Okay, so what I call serial exam taking has a lot of costs. Yeah, definitely. Every exam, I don't know what it is in your country, but I reckon it's around $200, maybe $250. So if you take it 10 times, this starts to mount up. This is for sure. You will never get this time back. And if you're one of those people that has to take this by a certain deadline, age deadline, for example, you don't want to be wasting time. This is another thing that happens. I had a student a few years ago who booked, I think it was 10 tests, one after another. And when she got all of her results, the first one she took had the best result. And as she took it over and over, the results started to go down and down and down until in the first one, she was getting like 7.5 in reading and listening. And in the last one, that had gone down to 5.5. And the one that was eluding her, which was the writing, she did actually get, but the others went down. So this was all to do with confidence. The more she took it, the less confident she felt. And this is also a big cost of taking the exam too many times. These are costs for other people. You might have to make your family wait. If you're planning to go to another country where your children can enter that education system, the longer you wait, the more difficult it is for them to enter that education system. You might need an even higher score. This is because as the points go up, so the score that you need in IELTS goes up. And the end result may be that even though you've spent the money, taken the time, made everybody wait, you might then abandon it because it's just too difficult or it's just not happening. So, how long can you actually wait? Let's flip it around and think, how would it be if you were absolutely certain that the next exam you took, you would get your score? That you had a proper plan of what to do and how to do it in order to reach the goal that you want. If you knew exactly what you needed to do, if you knew how to fix your writing, how to fix your reading, how to get more speaking practice, and how to improve your listening, if you knew exactly what to do and how to do it, how would that be? And if you could get over all the problems that you're currently experiencing, which might be to do with grammar in writing, it might be to do with getting all the questions right in reading, managing your time, all of those things. If you could fix all of those things, then you would be on track for your score. And if you were completely confident that everything you were practicing was going to deliver the band that you desire. And finally, that you had support every step of the way to your IELTS band. So that if you had a question, you could go and ask it and you would get a good answer. That you needn't be worrying about what to do because there was some way, and this would obviously be somebody who could help you with every question you had and every issue that came up. Okay, so I think you know what I'm saying. I'm saying try and get some support. And I'm happy to speak to any of you about your IELTS, whether it's the whole test or whether it's just writing or speaking, whatever it is, I'm happy to speak to you and try and find a plan that's going to work for you, that's going to get you to the exam, to your score in the next exam. All I ask you to do is to fill in a short questionnaire and then book a time that's suitable for you. And there is a link below this video where you can do exactly that. So I would love to help you with this. I would love to talk to you about where you're stuck and how you can get unstuck so that you don't become a serial exam taker. Okay, so we leave it there for today. If you want to take advantage of this opportunity to speak to me, then please click the link, fill in the questions, and I look forward to seeing you. Bye-bye.